Today we will discuss about industrial policy of 1991. We will study about the background on which industrial policy of 1991 was formulated. What was the scenario during that period of time? Why this kind of a policy was required? What are the objectives which the policy was trying to achieve? What are the features or recommendation given through this policy which was implemented into the industrial development of an economy? So we already have studied in our second chapter the basis of industry, how industry was given importance during our plan period, what are the different problems related to industries, and what are the suggestions, all the basic kind of industry and industrialization and different kinds of industry, everything we have gone through in our first chapter. Now we are moving over to the fifth chapter, which gives certain recommendation for the development of the industrial sector in India. So even before going to the policy, I would like to just give you a small background on of that particular period of time where this policy was framed. First of all, after independence in 1951, we framed Industries Development and Regulation Act of 1951 was there. That was the first kind of policy recommendation we as Indian government has developed for the industrial development. After that, a slight, as it was done just after independence, a thorough study was not done. In 1956, it was again modified, and Industrial Policy Resolution of 1956 came into being. So in 1951 we came out with a policy. After that, with all the modification and proper study, we came out with 1956 Industrial Policy Resolution. Until 1990 we were following that 1956 ka policy. So there, the main agenda behind any kind of policies, not just in industrial sector, in agriculture sector and service sector, every kind of sector, the only philosophy which we followed while framing policies for development was protectionist policy, because we were trying to protect our economy from any kind of outside interference, because we already had a great amount of problem related to independence. We felt like Britain came for trade and they annexed us for almost 200 long years, so we were literally afraid to open up our economy for any kind of development. So we as government followed protectionist policy after independence, and most of our policies gave more stress to government sector. We believed that government with a welfare motive can develop any kind of sector, and every sector, the predominant factor was that of government intervention. So everywhere, most of the industries were under the control of government. So this was happening from 1951, 1956, and it was continuing till 1990. By the time we reached 1990, we could see that most of our industries were sick industries. Sick industries in the sense they're not performing well, they were very inefficient, they were non-competitive industries. Of course it was non-competitive because it didn't have any competition from rest of the world, because we protected our economy. We were not allowing a lot of goods to be flooded into our economy. We were not like now. We are having high competition from various sectors, and even the consumers have multiple choice while choosing a product. Suppose I want to buy one earphone, and I'm looking into the sites, online sites where these things are available, and I'm given with multiple choices. So suppose I'm going to the made in India products and I see that, oh, it's very costly, so let me move over to the earphone brands in China. So I go there, I feel that quality is also good and prices are also low. So here we as consumer are given multiple choices and quality products as well, so at an affordable rate. So our products, what happens to Indian products, they will compete with such products if our economy is open up. So they will also have a competition, they will also try to improve the quality of the product. So but that was not happening back then. Till 1990 our economy was a closed economy, where because we followed protectionist policy without opening our economy, so most of our industries landed up being non competitive. because government is the sole handler of this kind of industries, and they very well knew that they are not having any kind of competition, and why to produce good products, because they knew that people are going to depend on them only. It's a kind of monopoly thing which we have studied. Okay, so most of the industries back then turned out to be sick, inefficient and non-competitive. By 1990s, with Narasimha Rao government, with Manmohan Singh as finance minister, by July 24, 1991, we reached a stage where we couldn't take it more. So we came out with a new economic policy which is very popularly known as LPG, or liberalization, privatization and globalization. The new economic reforms which was formulated during 1991 was even established or even extended towards industrial sector of India, which in this line of economic reforms, industrial sector was also liberalized and deregulated. So this is the background on how we reached this kind of 1991 economic reforms, or for reforms especially for industries. So basically, the only guideline which almost all the industries during that period of time was following was on the basis of Industrial Policy Resolution of 1956. After that, there was no major kind of policy resolution which is being passed for the development of industries in India. The main problem of 1956 reforms was that there were three categories of industries. Three categories of industry. The first category was of public sector. Public sector which will be governed, controlled and run and distributed by only by government. Those are reserved industries which can only government can interfere and operate into such kinds of industries. Second category of industries under 1956 industrial policy resolution was private will be allowed, but majority of the industries will still be owned and controlled by government. So partial participation of government was still there in the second category of industries. Third category of industry is solely given to private. Only private industries can operate in such kind of industry, or private parties can involve in such kind of industry. So these three kinds of categories of industries was divided back in 1956 industrial policy resolution. Only 18 industries was given the